You know how they say imaginary friends are a sign of creativity? That it's normal, even healthy? That's what I believed. At first. Until the night I found my 6-year-old daughter whispering to an empty corner of her room, and a second voice answered. That was 7 years ago. We moved. We ran. We started over. But you can't outrun something that doesn't live in the walls. I thought we were safe, until last night. I was finishing a journal entry updating what happened after we met Sister Agnes. The cleansing was set for the next day. Just one more night. But as I wrote, I heard it. That sound. Tap, tap, tap. 3 soft knocks from Lily's room. I ran, burst through the door. She was sitting up, eyes open. But she wasn't awake. She was whispering. Yes, I see you now. I remember. I grabbed her shoulders. Lily, wake up! She blinked fast, then smiled. But it wasn't her smile. It was too wide, too calm, too knowing. Don't worry, Daddy, she said. She forgave you. That's why she sent her. Sent who? Then, Lily looked past me over my shoulder, and her smile disappeared. She's not supposed to be here yet. I turned. But the air. It was freezing. I locked every window, pushed the dresser in front of her door, slept on the floor with a flashlight in one hand, a crucifix in the other. At exactly 3:33 a.m., my phone alarm went off. I hadn't set it. A chill crept up my neck, and then the closet door opened on its own. I rushed to it, heart racing, swung it wide open. Nothing, except one thing, the one with the tall, faceless figure in every window. Only now, the figure had a face. Mine. Sister Agnes arrived just after sunrise, holding that same leather satchel of ancient tools, salt, symbols, candles, and something that looked like bone. She took one look at Lily, now fully awake, eating cereal like, "Nothing happened," Anien said. "She's already in contact. We don't have much time." Agnes set up the cleansing in the basement. She drew strange markings on the floor in chalk, whispered prayers in Latin, and handed me a bowl of holy water. "Do not break the circle," she warned. "Whatever happens, no matter what she says, don't believe it." Lily sat in the center. Agnes lit the candles. The room darkened. The wind outside stopped. Complete silence. Then Lily started to hum, a soft lullaby I hadn't heard in years. I froze. That song? That was the song her mother used to sing before she left us, before she changed, before she disappeared. I looked at Agnes. "What is this?" But Agnes wasn't looking at Lily anymore. She was staring at me. "You never told me," she whispered. "Told? You what?" "The mother, your ex-wife. She didn't just leave, did she?" "No," I said quietly. "She changed. She said she saw something in Lily, something calling to her. She walked into the woods and never came back." Agnes went pale. "That thing, it didn't come for Lily first," she said. "It came for her." Lily suddenly screamed. Her body jerked backwards like strings pulled her spine. She floated, a foot above the floor, her eyes rolled back, and then she spoke. But it wasn't her voice, it was her mother's. "She didn't protect me," it said. "She locked me in the dark. But she left the door open for our daughter." The candles blew out. The chalk symbols on the floor started to smear. Agnes scrambled, shouting prayers louder now, pouring salt around the circle. I lunged toward Lily, but the moment I touched the edge of the circle, something slammed me back, a force, like a wall made of screams. Agnes looked at me, eyes wide. "She's not possessed," she whispered. "She's a vessel. They're not trying to enter her. They're trying to be born." Lily's body dropped to the floor. She gasped, like surfacing from underwater. And then she looked at me. This time, it was her. "Daddy!" she cried. "It's not just Lucy's mom." I held her close. "It's okay. It's over. We're here. We're okay." She shook her head. No, it's not over. She leaned in close, whispered in my ear. There's a third. My blood ran cold. What? She says. I have a sister. The floorboards groaned above us. We looked up. Agnes grabbed her satchel and stood. Who's upstairs? She whispered. No one, I said. Lily's hand tightened in mine. The ceiling creaked again. A giggle echoed through the vents. High-pitched. Young. Too young. Lily's eyes went wide. That's her. Who? I asked. She looked at me terrified. My sister. She's already here. Note: if your child ever whispers to someone who isn't there, make sure no one is whispering back. You ever hear giggling when no one else is home, like a child's laugh in the vents? Because I just did. And my daughter, she says it's her sister, except Lily is my only child. At least that's what I thought. Until the ceiling above us creaked again. Slow, heavy, not like a child's footsteps. Agnes grabbed her bag of relics. Don't go upstairs, she whispered. Too late. Thump, thump, thump. Footsteps. Coming down the hall, Lily gripped my arm so tight her nails broke skin. She said she's been waiting, she whispered. She's been here the whole time. I wanted to run. But this was my daughter. This was the end game. We followed the noise. Up the stairs. The upstairs hall. Every photo on the wall was upside down, and every face in them scratched out. The air was thick, heavy, like breathing through wool. We reached the spare bedroom. The door was open a crack. And inside, a child was standing in the corner, same size as Lily, same hair, wearing one of Lily's old dresses from when she was 6. I whispered, "Who are you?" The figure turned, and I swear to God, it was Lily, same face, but frozen, empty, like a porcelain doll. She smiled, and then both Lilies spoke at once. She said yes. Split reality. Agnes shouted from behind me, "Get back in the circle, now!" But the hallway was already gone. The walls stretched, twisted, bent like rubber. The lights popped. The floor dropped out, and suddenly I was in the woods, at night, barefoot, holding Lily's hand. Only this Lily looked 6 again, just like when it all started, and standing at the tree line, the figure, tall, thin, the wide-brimmed hat, but behind. It now stood 2 women, identical, pale, grinning. One was Miss Lucy, the other, her mother. I screamed, pulled Lily close. She looked up at me with glassy eyes and whispered, "She said we can both stay this time." The choice. Everything froze. And then a voice, like glass breaking inside my skull, whispered, "Choose." "Miss." Lucy raised a hand. Suddenly there were 2 Lilies in front of me, one crying, one smiling. I stepped back, heart hammering. "What is this?" The 2 Lilies both reached for me. "Daddy," said one. "It's me." "Daddy," said the other. "It's me." I turned to Agnes, but she wasn't there anymore. No woods, no trees, just me and them. Choose wrong. I lose her. Choose right. And maybe we escape. I looked between the girls. My real daughter had a scar, a tiny one above her eyebrow from when she fell off her bike. I stepped closer to the crying one, checked her forehead. Nothing. I turned to the other, the smiling one. She stared straight through me, no scar. Neither had it. They both started laughing, mocking, melting, and then, boom! The world snapped. The real world. I woke up back in the basement, alone. Salt burned on the floor. The candles? Gone. The markings? Scrubbed. Agnes? Nowhere. I stumbled upstairs, calling for Lily. No answer. The house was silent, until I reached her room. The door creaked open. Lily was sitting on her bed, back turned, humming. That lullaby again. Lily, she didn't. Turn around. Her stuffed bunny sat neatly beside her, its eyes stitched shut. "Lily, talk to me." She turned slowly, smiling, too wide, too calm. She spoke in that soft voice I hadn't heard since she was 6. "Daddy," we decided. The ending, I backed away, heart racing. She stepped off the bed, barefoot, floating half an inch above the floor. Her eyes flickered, one hazel, one black. She whispered, "You never had just one daughter." A scream built in my chest, but nothing came out. She tilted her head. "Mommy didn't disappear," she said. "She just became..." "Became what?" I didn't want to know. "Behind me." A mirror cracked. I turned and saw myself, but not me, something wearing me, smiling. I lunged for Lily, but my hands passed through her like fog. She laughed and vanished. 2 weeks later, I'm writing this from a motel 2 towns away. No one believes me. The house burned down the day after. Electrical fire, they said. Only there was no wiring left and no body. Lily is still gone. But every night I hear her voice through the static on hotel TVs, in the humming of the AC unit. Sometimes I see 2 shadows under the door, and once, in the foggy mirror, I saw her, holding another girl's hand. Both smiling, both waiting. Final note: if your child has an imaginary friend, pray it stays imaginary, because if it ever says your name, don't answer.